Was this man the lead counsel? Is that story that is circulating against this man, is that story correct? Okay, we need to look at that, because if truly he was the lead counsel for the APC in the just concluded election at the Supreme Court, okay, it queries his integrity, his ability to be able to stand firm and then decide against a party he had represented at that level. So the question is it true that Professor Amopitan was the lead counsel of the APC at the Supreme Court?
I'm sure most of us, we have seen the trending news of Pablo Escobar Tinubu employing or appointing his lead counsel, Amotipan something, okay, in 2023 presidential election, appoint him as INEC chairman. Now, this legal luminary has, extricated, unveil, the consequence of Tinubu making him, INEC chairman. For me, this one is not going to stand. Because we still be, even if they oppress us and we not get animal brain, you understand? Do you think this will stand? Let's take a listen now. In case today is your first time coming across my video, I want to say big thank you to you for stopping by. This Holy Ghost on platform, a platform that tell you undiluted truth. Thank you.
The news circulating right now in Nigeria is that the person that has been nominated as the chairman of INEC, okay, the person that is awaiting screening by the Senate, Professor Joash Ojo Amopitan, the news that is circulating after the publication of his name is that he was the lead counsel for the APC in the 2023 election petition that was filed by Atiku Abubakar at the Supreme Court against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So the reason for making this video is, was this man the lead counsel? Is that story that is circulating against this man, is that story correct? Okay, we need to look at that, because if truly he was the lead counsel for the APC in the just concluded election at the Supreme Court, okay, it queries his integrity, his ability to be able to stand firm and then decide against a party he had represented at that level. So the question is it true that Professor Amopitan was the lead counsel of the APC at the Supreme Court in the matter that was filed by Atiku Abubakar against Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Now recall that a lot of matters had gone to the Supreme Court. Okay, Obi's own, PDP's own, Atiku's own, and the Supreme Court in its wisdom decided to consolidate those matters and come up with one elaborate judgment. That judgment was 446 pages. Okay, now the judgment of the Supreme Court in issue has been published by Law Pavilion. This is an electronic platform. It's very familiar with lawyers and judges in Nigeria and beyond. Okay, so it's our own. It's an indigenous electronic platform that publishes judgments of the Supreme Court and of the Court of Appeal. Okay, there is no judgment of the Supreme Court that was decided last year that has not been published by Law Pavilion. So I made a search on Law Pavilion to check if truly Professor Amopitan was the lead counsel of the APC in that matter, or if he was counsel at all for any of the parties in the matter. These are the names of the justices of the Supreme Court that sat on the matter, 7 of them, because it's a constitutional matter that was decided. So when the matter to be decided is a constitutional matter, you have 7 justices of the Supreme Court sitting, okay, as against 5 that sit on regular matters. And what you have here is the names of the parties. This is Atiku Abubakar as the first appellant. Second appellant is People's Democratic Party, and the first respondent is INEC. Second respondent is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and third respondent is All Progressives Congress. And the news that is circulating is that Professor Amopitan was counsel for All Progressives Congress in that matter at the Supreme Court of Nigeria. This is the lead judgment that was delivered by Honorable Justice John Okoro and concurred by his brother justices, 6 of them, at the Supreme Court. Now, in every judgment of the courts, at the end of that judgment, the last page of that judgment, after the judge has signed off, given the final verdict and signed off, what you basically see is the names of the counsel that appeared in the matter. It's normally called appearances, okay? You have complete names of all the lawyers that appeared in that matter before the Supreme Court to do the matter. And this is it. This is the complete names of all the lawyers that appeared in that matter, okay? Now, we ask the question, is Professor Amopitan's name among the lawyers that have been published here in that judgment. Let's look at them one by one. Appearances. Chief Chris Uche, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Ayitayo Jegede, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Professor Michael Zokome, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Nela Andemewa Rabana, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, with Ahmed Ways Esquire for the appellants. That is for Atiku and for the PDP. Next is what you see, the names of the lawyers that appeared for the first respondent. Who was the first respondent? INEC. Okay, so who were the names? A.B. Mahmood, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. That's the former president of the Nigerian Bar Association. Dr. Kemi Penario, Dr. Kemi Penario, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Abdullahi Aliyu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. S.O. Ibrahim, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Aminu Sadauki Esquire, and Wendy Kuku for the first respondent. That is INEC. Next, you see the names of the lawyers that appeared for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who was the second respondent, right? Who were there? Chief Wole Olanikbekun, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Yusuf Ali, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Yusuf is now a professor of law. Emmanuel Okala, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Professor Taiwo Osipiton. Notes: Professor Taiwo Osipiton, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, with Akintola Makinde Esquire for the second respondent. That is for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now let's go to the names of the lawyers that appeared for the APC. Chief Akin Olujimi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Chief Charles Edosuwan, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Chief Adeniyi Akintola, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Chief Afolabi Fashenu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Olumide Olujimi Esquire for the third respondent. Who was the third respondent? APC. Now, from what I have shown you here, the name of the gentleman that has been appointed as INEC chairman designate is not here. His name is not here. Okay, now let's look at the APC, the appearance for APC, because the allegation is that he was lead counsel for APC. Lead counsel will mean that his name will be here. Okay, just like you have the name of Wole Olanikbekun here, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, that was the lead counsel. A.B. Mahmood SAN was the lead counsel for INEC, and Chief Chris Uche was the lead counsel, number one, the person that led others for the appellants. So this is for APC. The name of Professor Joash Amupiton is not here as the lead counsel for the APC. It's not even here. You look at it. You can zoom your phone and check it, because I'm taking this exactly from the judgment of the Supreme Court. The name of the gentleman that has been nominated as the INEC chairman designate, his name is not even here among the lawyers that appeared for the APC. Okay, now let's even check if his name is here among the lawyers that appeared for other parties. His name is not there among the lawyers that appeared for Atiku and PDP. His name is not there among the lawyers that appeared for INEC. His name is not also there among the lawyers that appeared for APC. So where is the story coming from? You can see clearly that Professor Joash Amupiton SAN was not among the lawyers that appeared for the APC at the Supreme Court. There is also no evidence that he was the lead counsel for the APC. Lead counsel means the most senior advocate in that team. He couldn't have been the lead counsel when Chief Olujimi is there. It's like ranking in the military. If you're a lieutenant colonel, you cannot lead a general. You cannot. Akin Olujimi, Chief Wole Olanikbekun, A.B. Mahmood, Chief Chris Uche, these are generals in the legal profession. Okay, they are very senior advocates. So the name of the designate is not here. It's not here. The mistake that the carriers of that news are making is this man. They are mistaking this man, because look at the name of this man. The man's name is Professor Taiwo Osopiton, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Incidentally, Taiwo Osopiton is a senior advocate and is also a professor. So the persons that are carrying this news are mistaking this man as being the person that appeared for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. See the man's name here, Professor Taiwo Osipiton, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. This man is different from the man that has been nominated by the president for the top job in INEC. He's different. He's a distinguished professor, a trained at home and trained abroad, a lecturer in the University of Lagos, where he was promoted to the rank of professor of public law, in 1998. He's not a new professor, long-standing professor, and also a senior advocate. He became a senior advocate in 2002. He's a publisher of one of the law reports that we read, the law reports of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. So the name is not the same. These are two different persons. If you look at the faces are different. Right? This is the man that has been nominated by the president for the top job. He's a professor. He's also a senior advocate. The man here, Osupiton, is also a professor of law and a senior advocate. So the person that is making the circulation of the news is obviously mistaking this one for this one. Because both of them are professors of law, both of them are senior advocates of Nigeria, and their names almost sound the same, similar. Osipiton, and the other one is Amopiton. But you see, it's a bad culture to circulate bad news. And this culture is growing so fast in this country, where people just circulate bad news. And in the news that is circulated, the Senate is being asked not to confirm this man, not to screen him and confirm him because of conflict of interest. That would have been valid petition to the Senate if truly this man was the lead counsel or one of the lawyers that appeared for the APC at the Supreme Court. But his name is not there. So it's bad culture for us to, for anybody to circulate the news that is not correct. So it's clear, very clear, that this man was not there. The person circulating the news or the people circulating the news obviously mistook this man to be this man, but there was no need mistaking that. Their faces are different. Their names are different. Okay, this one is Taiwo. The other one is Joash. This one is Osipiton. This one is Amopiton. So there was no need making that mix up. As it is now, if there is no other petition, there is no reason why the Senate should not screen him. Even if there is a petition, there is still need for the Senate to screen him and then take a decision about the petition. But as for the petition that has to do with his being the lead counsel for the APC, that petition is false. That story is false and should be disregarded. And please, countrymen and women, let's not do this to people. Tomorrow you can also be appointed for a top job. How would you feel if bad news is being circulated against you? Let it be that you are contending with information that is true and you are going to defend that, but not when you are being accused of something that you never did. This is not what we are known for as a country, and I think this should be checked moving forward. Many thanks for watching.
Just before you go, I want to beg you for one thing. I beg. See, you see the screenshot you see on the screen now. Now that's the name of my YouTube. I beg. Make una go YouTube now, please. Go follow me there. I beg and they beg una, please. You see, Uncle Mark, and sometimes the guy they be like who they smoke go. Sabalo comedy page. Some time ago, I think 2 years ago, he deleted one of his page, made it reach 4 million. Another one 2 million. He has experienced it twice. So anything can happen. So we just have to prepare for eventuality, any eventuality. Okay. I beg, follow me on YouTube now. Just type the name as you see it on the screen, okay? So you can also, in case any issue, you can also catch up with me there. Thank you.